As a publicly traded company, Kyndryl is subject to Sarbanes-Oxley, among other federal guidelines. We are considered a financially significant application, and we have SPI and PI. So we have an obligation not only to our employees, but to our shareholders to make sure that we're safeguarding and being good data stewards. So as part of that, we have to make sure that there truly is a need to know for our users to have access to that data. We take that pretty seriously in the fact that we try not to overgrant access, but at the same time, we don't want to stop the business from being able to work. So there's a balance between extremely tight controls that don't allow the business to work and carte blanche access. And really, Kainos Smart Audit has helped us with that. Inherently being a publicly traded company and a technology company, the risk to reputation is pretty high if there is a finding or if there is a reported external audit issue. Kyndryl being a new publicly traded company, obviously we want to do our best right out of the gate to make sure that we are safeguarding our information and protecting our reputation as we build our brand. The audit product is another tool in the arsenal in order to help us make sure that really the need to know is there and that we're not inadvertently or on purpose exposing data that really shouldn't be exposed. So far, we've had success in the fact that we've been able to look at not only who is doing the looking and what their relationship is to the person they're looking at, but also all of the security groups and having a repeatable process when our auditors come ask us a question. We can quickly and easily bring up a report that shows scheduled runs of audit checks as well as what the results of each audit check were. Always-on risk analysis is very important to us. We run in a number of implementation tenants as well as our sandbox and production tenants on a daily basis. Kyndryl has a presence in EMEA, so we are subject to GDPR as well as CCPA and various other privacy laws. Smart Audit allows us to look at who has access to sensitive data points down to the user level. We have the ability to make sure that the people who have a need to know have that access, but those that may not necessarily have a need to know can have the access removed. One of the large areas that we've started using is the toxic role combinations within the SOD module, where we are able to clearly define what for Kyndryl are custom user-based or administrator roles, where we may have given sensitive access because of data subject requests related to GDPR. And we want to monitor who the users are on a daily basis to make sure that we're not over-granting access. Smart Audit definitely has allowed us to provide a comprehensive view of our controls environment and supplement our existing decks and material that we give to our auditors. I think that it does reduce the need for technical experts to be on the phone with or in meetings with our auditors. And we are able to show and provide evidence live time to our auditors and close out some audit observations or questions in a timely manner. Really, one of the strongest pieces was looking at what data elements various security groups had access to make sure we weren't over-granting access to sensitive personal information such as compensation, gender, race, ethnicity, or dates of birth. Certainly one of the most important benefits is the ability to provide concrete proof to auditors. When we say that something acts or operates in a certain way within Workday, we can go into Smart Audit and provide that data. A prime example of that is where we tell our auditors that a person can't initiate and approve their own business process. Now we have the ability to go in, provide that data, export the data, and show our auditors where that check has been happening day over day. Smart Audit provides our business comfort because it gives us a holistic view of our Workday environment. Not only do we look at implementation and testing tenants, we also look at sandbox and the production tenant. That's really a different take on controls. I think one of the main advantages of working with a company like Kainos is the design partnership. Very often, software application development is done in a silo where the company offers a particular piece of software but doesn't have the opportunity for the customer to provide input. Working with Kainos, we provided input. Some of the original tests in the Smart application were tests and reports that we had scheduled in our tenant back in October 2019. So Kainos has really worked with us as well as the other design partners in order to make a product that works for us, but also works for peer companies in the ecosystem.